Sravanti, thank you so much for doing this session with me.
Thank you so much, Shobit. I'm always ready to give my testimony towards you, Sam, and International Product Manager.
Love it. So, for anyone who's watching this, like, tell them a bit about yourself.
So I am currently a senior product manager, and it was a long journey that I have come through to get to this role. And it was through an advertisement that I have seen your posting on Facebook that I found intentional product manager, and it's all like it happened in a way that everything aligned,
Hmm.
and it really helped me in achieving my goals and whatever I have set up for myself with your support, constant support and feedback.
Love it.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Shravanti, that's amazing. And let's go back to the time, before joining Intentional
Mhm.
Product Manager. Tell us more about what were the challenges or just what was going on in your life that led you to seek out a solution, seek out something to join.
Sure, Shobit. So going back to 1 year, it's closer to 1 year since I met you. I just can't believe it's almost an year already. So going back 1 year, I was in an internal product manager role, more like a TPM. So yeah, I was working on the engineering prioritizations and getting stuff done. It was more of the tactical way of handling the product than the strategic way. And I wanted to move into this actual product manager title. So I was looking at various videos on how to transition myself from being a tactical person to a strategic person as part of watching some videos that were posted in YouTube and going through some materials in Udemy, taking some courses in there. I was able to uh, I, get to a point where I understood what I want to do in my career going forward, but I did not know how to achieve that. So as part of that, I've also taken the Kellogg's product strategy course. I think that was my starting point, leading to you, and then to intentional product manager. So that particular course has given me the direction towards how to approach. But I did not. I somehow felt deep inside my heart that I was lacking the structure. So I have been in the industry for more than 10 years. So at one point, after giving multiple interviews, I felt like the structure is missing, and I was facing this curse of knowledge, wherein I was constantly assuming that the person I talked to has a context or have a prior idea of what I was explaining them during the interviews, and I did not know how to overcome that. Like this is for everyone who is in the industry or in a domain for so long. They go with this bias that people might know what they're talking about, but it's not truth always. It's only like sometimes it is what it is. So looking at that, going through multiple failures and not having this discipline in the learning or following certain rituals in my mindset exercises or whatever, I really wanted that structure. I really wanted to know who I am today before I even present myself to others. And when I think when I was searching for these kind of questions, your ad popped up in Facebook. I have gone through that and I've scheduled my first call with you. And rest is history. I really feel rest is history because I still remember during my first call, I had so many questions. And the way you gave me the confidence that, hey, this is for you. I know that you can do well. I mean, for a person like me, I was more. I don't say like I'm an introvert, but
Mhm.
in certain cases, I was an introvert. But for someone who I don't know until that moment, for that person to give me the confidence that yes, I can do it. I mean, I know I just have to polish myself or present myself
Right.
in a way that it is what the other people want. So I think that confidence is what I first figured out after talking to you. And I'm like, okay, I'm doing this. This is for myself. This investment is for myself because I know that I don't want to settle for whatever is available. I want something greater uh, than what the rest is
Right.
looking at. So yeah, I mean, and then I started the IPM course.
Right.
One
And
thing that I have to tell you,
yeah, go on,
sorry,
go on.
okay. Yeah, one thing that I have to tell you is the structure, the frameworks, how to tackle the interviews is definitely helpful. But getting into a routine, getting into an exercise that I follow every day
Hmm.
to tell myself that what is that I have to do, what I have done so far, and looking at life in a positive way has really helped me.
Oh yeah, I love that, because it's half of it is a confidence game,
Yes,
and
yes,
most people work on the strategy piece, which is okay, how do I get the job? How do I answer a product design question? But their psychology is lacking,
yes,
and so
exactly.
when somebody's trying to quote unquote judge you in the interview, the psychology piece plays a huge role in that. Yeah.
Yeah, and one thing that I have to add to that is if it is the technical piece, it's not rocket science. I think people can pick it up with repetitive working or reading about it. But
Hmm.
if it is that social skill, or
Right.
if it is that trust on yourself that is lacking, it's not something that people will teach you. People will help you or mentor you on how you can achieve certain things, how you can achieve the self confidence, and that is absolutely what I've got from you and Sam.
Love it. I love that. And so tell us more. Like let's go back to the time you joined the
Hmm.
program. Let me ask, what were like some of the things that surprised you initially?
So, like I mentioned in my previous statement, I did not know how powerful the psychological exercises that you were
Hmm.
mentioning would help me. The first time I have taken that course, I've gone through it, and I'm like, okay, this is just an exercise that I have to do. But
Right.
how is that related to a product manager's job? It's
Right.
not about achieving a product manager title. It is about seeking yourself, like presenting yourself as a product manager, not only for a product, but you are the product manager of your life. You are designing your life in a way. So for that, you need to have a discipline, you need to have a routine. So that really surprised me. Like it has a huge impact on me. And the second thing is your constant confidence boost that even if we failed multiple times, the confidence that you have given us has helped at least I can speak for myself. So it has helped me in coming from the rock bottom to what I am today, like within like very less time. Uh, and yeah, I know I vented a lot with you, and I had episodes where I broke down totally. I thought at one point that this is not for me. Maybe
Hmm.
I'm chasing something that's not my cup of tea. But then that's not the end result, right? It's just a process, and failures do happen. So that mentorship is what uh, has really helped me. It's like, yeah, I know where to go in case of a dilemma or in case of a question. So it was absolutely helpful.
Love that. And
And
go on, Sravanti.
no, and this is the psychological part, right? And then when coming to the frameworks, like how to, so when certain questions are asked, how to approach certain questions, like what is the framework? It's not like you just go through the framework, remember it, memorize it, and then present it in during an interview, right? It's not like that. How it has helped me in a way, like how I can arrange my daily tasks or fit my daily tasks in such frameworks. So it also helps me in being a better version of myself uh, each passing day. I can see that. So how organized I can be, how can I do a time management, because all these frameworks in an interview definitely will have certain time to answer those questions. So how am I able to have my thoughts which are like which can go from one place to another in a second. How I'm able to have that smooth transition, how I'm able to do the time management, how I'm able to put my point in the right best way possible. These all things have given that structure to my unstructured experience that have gathered over the years.
And just tacking on that,
Hmm.
a lot. When people think about frameworks, they think of it in terms of, as you were saying, learn this, apply it. But that,
Hmm.
just like when you are learning to play a sport, you don't pick the rule book. You look at the technique, or like a manual, you look at the technique. Oh, this is how I'm gonna hit the ball in baseball. Perfect, I got it.
Yeah.
Now I can go and play in the World Series. But that's often how I see people approach that, which is they have
Hmm.
the framework, but then the muscle building within the framework has just not happened.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
and you're like you
Because
rearranging
yeah,
your
you
day
need to
was all about that. Yeah, yeah.
yes, you need to rearrange, and you need to be smart enough to identify if you have to change the tactic on the spot. How are you going to handle that situation? It's not like whatever is written in the rule book or whatever is written in the framework is exactly what applies.
Right.
Sometimes, I mean, we are all humans. We are tend to forget stuff. So in the framework, if I miss like step 4 and if I jump to step 5, how
Hmm.
am I going to recover from that situation? Because if this the industry is like there are very much experts in the industry who might be taking your interview, so if you miss that, they would easily
Hmm.
identify. So how are you recovering from that? It's not like you just learn, it's not that is one thing that I've definitely found as a distinction between what I have seen in the videos or some interview markups to what I have learned in IPN.
Yeah, 100% fair. And well, tell us about your big win. What ultimately ended up happening?
Yeah, sure, definitely. Yeah, that is something that I'm always happy about that it has happened. So I was interviewing in my team for one role. That so in my team, in the meaning the one that I'm currently working in. So I have interviewed for one role, and uh, I've been told that that role has been offered to someone else. So I thought it was a rejection. But as a surprise, I got a call from my hiring manager at that time, who is my manager now. So my hiring manager then called me and said, "Hey, so the news is we have offered this uh, role that you're interviewing for uh, to someone else, but I am working on opening a rec for you because I don't want to lose you." That was like I was I don't know how emotional I became after I heard that, because I've heard multiple rejections in the past, and I never thought that this would be the case. Because someone who doesn't even know trust you, and they are going to that another level to get things aligned for you to onboard you onto their team is definitely something that I will cherish for life, for sure. So yeah, I mean, and where did that come from? It all came from my mindset changes and from the way I was looking at my life, the way that I have answered in the interview. And just for your information, I changed domains. So it's not in the same domain that I have been working for the past 10 years that I've interviewed for too. It was completely different domain. But like I said earlier, the technical skills, the technology can be grasped, but the other things that are important for a product management role, like your social skills, your confidence, your customer empathy, I think that's one of the biggest things that we need to have. So that remains constant no matter which domain or which industry you go to. That has really helped me and my managers, me gaining my manager's trust, and for him to go over and beyond to get me onboarded onto the team.
Yeah, and let me just add, like that does not just happen to people.
Yes, yes.
People don't create just end up creating positions for folks, and I think it's also a testament to Travanti, like both your confidence and how you showed up at that interview,
Mhm.
because for someone to be so impressed and say, okay, hold on, I am gonna go, you know, go through, this is a big organization you're in, go through
Yes,
all the
yes.
efforts to get another rec approved, which is often like end of the year thing, and do all those things. That does not just happen. So
No.
congratulations on doing that, and on landing this amazing role.
Thank you so much, and thanks to you and Sam for being my constant support, answering my even the silliest of the silliest questions.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a really a roller coaster ride that I've gone through, but it
Mm.
wouldn't have been possible without you guys. I can close my eyes and say that there was some learning, something or the other, whether it is the smallest of the smallest tip or a big mindset change that I've gone through after talking to you, that gaining that confidence which I've lost because of someone turning my interview down, hearing a rejection, and now I think after looking back, like the past few months or the past 1 year, now I think just if I do a retrospection, I can feel that I'm much more resilient towards these rejections,
Mhm.
because I'm also able to apply that in my role as such. Like I can tell you, because for any product manager, all their products or all their features are not instant success. They might see some failures too, and
Yeah,
in such case, how are you handling the failure? It is a lesson that I have uh, learned going through your course, through your mentorship, following the mindset exercises, and then looking towards life in a positive outlook.
love it, love it. So let me ask you one last question, Sravanti, which is,
Mhm.
people who are going to watch this video, they are considering intentional job search. Should I join? Should I not? Like, what should I do? What advice would you give them?
I so One thing that I would say is this is not a guide or a tutorial that people can just go through the course video before the interview,
Yeah,
just get a set of questions that would be asked interview. This is not that kind of an exercise.
hundred
This
percent.
will help you train your mind yourself, follow the discipline, and learn from various perspective of all the tribe that we have in the course. It's not like me one-on-one talking to you and then just getting the guidance. No, it's not that. I can talk to all my IPM folks
Mm-hmm.
who are with me as my peers going through the same journey, or someone's journey is so inspirational that I could learn from lessons from them. So if you're looking for a life changing experience, this is your stepping stone. And yeah, it's not only like you get the knowledge or the frame or knowledge of the frameworks also, but you'll get something that you can keep learning for the rest of your life.
Love it. Thank you so much, Shravanti. This is such a wonderful. Um, I love the aspects that you shared. Both the
Mhm.
mindset piece, changing that, utilizing the community. That's
Yes.
something we're very, very proud of, and then having a job created for you, which is just like an amazing, amazing victory.
Thank you so much. And yeah, I have to tell you, this community is absolutely amazing. And I myself have learned from so many of my peers. It's not like that mentorship alone that I've got. It is like I know I have got good friends. I have
Yeah,
good inspirational people that I can learn from their experiences. I can learn from you. I can learn from Sam. It's like one good community. And when you have the community, you'll get the confidence that you can achieve anything.
totally. Thank you again.
Thank you so much, Shobit.
Bye.
Bye bye.